Next week, your Minnesota Timberwolves. Starting at point at 6 feet, number 10, Mike Conley. At the center position, standing 7 feet 1, number 27, Rudy Gobert. At small forward, standing 6'5", number 8, Zach LaVine. On the fourth position, standing 7 feet, number 32, Karl Anthony Towns. On the guard, standing 6'4", number 5, Anthony Edwards.
Hi everyone, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Here's a look at the schedule now for Dallas. On Thursday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Houston Rockets. Then on Sunday, they'll defend home court against the Orlando Magic.
And for that game against Chicago, that will be the 8th contest of the year for them. Should be a fun one.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Irving. Williams is out there with Holmes. And it's Green. And it's Hardy in at the point. And for Minnesota, Conley and Edwards are the guards. Some big guys down front on the block. Towns and Gobert. And it's LaVine in at the small forward position. Well, here we are, Greg, at the very start of the season, and many teams are still figuring things out.
And Kevin, you can't take any of these lineups as final just yet. Coaches might keep trying some new things, tinkering a little bit, and these teams are very much works in progress.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving, one of the outstanding mid-range shooters. This guy legit 3-level.
Conley the pass to Towns. Gobert with a screen on Williams. That's a 2 from Towns. Green with the rebound. And so Green will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Outside Irving. It's rebounded by Towns. Minnesota with the ball. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. Now, Coach immediately recognized the many talents of Kyrie Irving. One thing he pointed out was not losing Irving on defense. Coach said Irving is just as dangerous without the ball. We can't let him get behind us. We have to make sure someone is on him at all times. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Oh, here's Edwards. Coming off a stellar performance against Toronto. And a miss there on the triple. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Williams kicks to Irving. And here's Hardy. Boy, he was something else against Utah. Buries it from three-point range.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens. Wow, they finally get it to go down on their 4th try.
Mavericks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm.
Oh, my goodness. Well, multiple-time winner of the slam dunk contest, LaVine has got a creative streak.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
And let's take a look now at the stats of Karl Anthony Towns. He's coming off an excellent season. Put up about 21 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
Conley gets the bucket.
Hey, this guy is competitive, he's tough, and he'll play through contact. Mike Conley doing work inside.
Irving for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Irving's got his second basket of the night.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Well, there's a certain level of quickness you've got to contend with. Mike Conley off the dribble drive.
Irving against Edwards. Irving can't hit. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Has to Gobert. Gobert with a screen on Irving. Here's Edwards. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Well, in pick and roll action, Anthony Edwards is thinking score first. Good decision right there.
Hardy passes to Williams. Now, here's Hardy. 5 points in the game. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. How about this run crank they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
Here's Edwards. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Mavericks have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Here's Hardy. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Towns, and Towns throws it down.
How about Karl Anthony Towns bullying his way to that second chance look? Nicely done.
Outside Irving. Green kicks to Irving. Dallas moving the ball around. Outside Green. For 3, and Levine with the block.
Wow, solid swat from Levine. Coaches and teammates appreciate when he's engaged on the defensive end.
Gobert the pass to Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Irving. Here's Edwards. You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. Let's pause to take a look at the teams that really made their opposing teams earn their points a season ago. The Timberwolves, number 1.
Defense was their identity, and that's how they're going to beat you. And they did it better than anyone in the league.
We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Towns kicks to Anderson. And here's Edwards from the arc. Trains it from beyond the arc. Edwards got 8 points.
And he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Oubre outside. Trying to end the drought. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Well, you're trying to answer the 3, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
Edwards, that's good.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Mavericks trail by 8. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
To the inside. Here's Hardaway. Edwards with the block.
Wow, great defensive play by Anthony Edwards, engaged on that end of the floor right now.
And the shot is good. In a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Minnesota.
they're contesting shots and have also come up with some significant blocks, putting a little doubt into the minds of the opposing shooter.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
34 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And here's Morris for three. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Williams dishes to Oubre. Shoots over Towns, and he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Now that's the lefty stroke of Oubre, right? He can hit from mid-range right on out to deep three-point range.
Here's Edwards. The kick out to Towns. And the three off target. And so it's Minnesota. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. Back right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin for the Timberwolves here, guys.
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Monte Morris. Then it's Zach LaVine. Then there's Reed. And it's Anderson in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. It's their first chance this season playing the Timberwolves.
Yeah, but this is a team they faced and beat in the postseason a year ago.
Here's Alexander Walker, guarded by Hardaway. Here's Morris. Pass to Reed. Anderson up top, covered by Oubre. Anderson can't get it to go. Mavericks trail by 9. Curry on the wing, covered by Morris. Kelly passes to Hardaway. Inside, Kelly kicks to Oubre. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
And let's check out the numbers for Green. Last season's performance for him averaged about 8 points a game last season, 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And what a luxury for them to have someone like him who can absolutely fill it up coming off the bench.
I love it. He knows they're looking for him to bring immediate offense, and he very rarely disappoints.
Well, the D has gotten a little bit lax here defending the triple.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul. Dwight Powell's checked in for Dallas. Here's Curry. Still yet to score. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks. Conley, the pass to Reed. Corner shot. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Doris, I know the NBA is considering using technology to help officiate out of bounds and goaltending. Do you have a problem with that?
You know, Kev, at the end of the day, I think it is about getting the calls right. If there's a way to lift the load off these officials, even if it's around the margins, why not try it?
6 to shoot. Here's Curry. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, you know that Seth Curry will be aggressive regardless of where he is on the floor. Nice look inside there.
Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got 6 points.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Oubre outside. He's looking for Hardaway and finds him. Offline with the baseline jumper.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And it goes down 2 points. Conley's got the lead up to 14 now for Minnesota.
Well, this guy could have powered on the interior, but goes to the floater game. This is one of his specialties.
Oubre outside. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Oubre's got his third basket of the night.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Some changes for Minnesota. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Kyle Anderson. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Irving comes in for Josh Green. For three, Edwards. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No good. Towns with the defensive effort. Timberwolves leading by 12. We know Doris that Towns. Wow, hammering it in.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. A nice shot by Irving.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And it's Edwards, top of the key. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 3 assists tonight.
Oh, that is a stone-cold 3 by the Ant-Man.
Conley against Irving. Holmes with a screen on Conley. Irving for 3. Again, Irving missing. Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Over in the corner, Edwards. Lets it go from 11. Oubre pulls it in. And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They trail by 14. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. And that will be the first game of 5 straight at home.
That's fantastic shot making this quarter after struggling a bit in the first.
Conley kicks to Edwards. Shoots the 3. Mavericks with the rebound. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, torrid shooting in that one. Some of it was good play calling. Some of it was just making tough shots.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete locked-in nature. They were just focused, and they made everything they looked at.
And Edwards with the stop.
How about that handle? The triple drive by Anthony Edwards, so tough.
Irving looking over the floor. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Yeah, Naz Reid has a power aspect to his game. Size, strength, the ability to score through contact.
A different look for Dallas. Grant Williams is checked in for Oubre. Josh Green comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Hardy in for Curry. Irving with a clean look. Again, Irving missing.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Spins. Here's Levine. Here he goes.
Boy, defensively, you want to take Levine out of this rhythm. That means no open lanes to the rack.
Mavericks trail by 17. Outside, Green. In the corner, Holmes with it. Williams for 3. Good on the triple. Williams has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Reid with a screen for Edwards. Shot left block. Reid misses.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And the wide open shot from Green. Off target from outside. Conley the pass to Levine. Outside Edwards. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Edwards got a pair of triples in the second now for the Timberwolves. From deep, Green. The shot that time, not on target. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Minnesota on top, leading by 17. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Karl Anthony Towns. An impressive first half and a nice start for you guys. How did that happen?
I mean, yeah, we had some great days of practice. You know, this is what happens when you got some days off.
Got the spring in your step again. Thanks, Karl Anthony. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
You look at the Timberwolves, you expect this game to go down to the wire, and if it does, it'll be good for the coaches to see who performs well late in a tight game.
Invaluable information, no doubt. Now we'll take a look back at that first half. What an all-around performance it was for the Timberwolves.
They've been great on the boards. Once these guys establish the position, it's hard to rule them out, yeah, Shaq.
Tough physical approach. We'll see if adjustments are made on the other side to try and counter that. That's what you were going to say, wasn't it, Shaq?
Yeah, I was asleep. I'm sorry, Ernie.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. On the floor for Dallas, Grant Williams is out there with Holmes. Then there's Hardy. Then there's Irving. And it's Green in at the 3 spot. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to Irving. Got it. Good job in the low post. Irving's got 12 in the game.
What's amazing about Kyrie is the number of go-to moves he has on the interior.
Levine gets to Conley. Gobert with a screen for Conley. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Irving. Towns with the defensive effort. Timberwolves leading by 17. To the paint. Here's Gobert. The Mavericks pull it in. Holmes got rebound number 5 here tonight. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust.
Please give a big round of applause for your Timberwolves. You can dance, baby.
And now a look at the numbers for Edwards. Coming off a terrific season, and he was also among the top 20 in steals. That ability is more unique than folks realize. Very valuable defensively.
Oh, yeah, one of the most dependable scorers in the league. He really saved him in several games a season ago. Here's Conley. It's good. He's got 10.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Irving from long range bangs home the trifecta.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Timberwolves. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Right side Towns, and he comes up with the deuce. Towns has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Alden.
Kevin, Commissioner Silver has been direct. The NBA is hoping for more competitive All-Star games. And we've said as much before, but last year's high-scoring All-Star game did precede the league's not-so-subtle moves to cut down on foul calls and allow for more defense overall. They are trying to get it right. Kevin?
And it couldn't be a great game without defense, so we like the direction. D.A., thank you. Krills the three-pointer. Edwards got 25 points in the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. And as outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Here's Conley, and he banks in the layup. Conley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Irving can't get it to go.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Gobert the pass to Edwards. Third quarter of basketball here in just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Here's Hardy. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Gobert the pass to Edwards. Rebounded by Holmes. Mavericks trail by 18. Here's Irving driving in. Can't cash in from close range. Timberwolves have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Here's Levine, and the jam by Levine.
Oh, what a finish by Zach Levine. Off his feet in a hurry, folks.
For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. The Timberwolves are going to change here. Morris is checked in. Then for the Mavericks, Kelly Oubre's checked in for Green. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Kyrie Irving. And Curry subbed in for Hardy. Williams kicks to Curry. Unloads from 13. Minnesota with the rebound.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Oubre with the steal. Outside Hardaway. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Greg, at the time Kyrie joined Dallas, there were some questions around how he and Doncic would fit together.
Yeah, well, Dallas needed another ball handler who could score and make plays for others. Doncic couldn't do it all by himself, especially in the postseason. Now they're trying to build around those two guys.
Mavericks trailed by 19. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Offline with his 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Levine kicks to Morris. Has to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. For 3, Edwards. Rebound by Williams. Dallas has gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Oh, that's money in the bank. Hardaway, terrific off the catch.
Edwards drives in, and Edwards slams it in.
And that's rocking the rim. Give him 2 points and tacked on some for style.
Oh, he deserves them. He deserves all the points he can get there. Sensation. And the shot goes in.
Well, see, I think Steph Curry has terrific instincts. He understands when to shoot the basketball and when to put it on the deck to create a shot.
Morris passes to Edwards. Launches a three. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Morris has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Mavericks trail by 20. And there's the call on Curry. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Some changes for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Kyle Anderson comes in for Towns. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Edwards. And then for Dallas, Edwards.
Body control, flair for the dramatic, LaVine in style.
58 seconds left in the third quarter. Morris against Curry. Pass to Edwards. Oubre, no one around him. Traps in the tray. Oubre's got 11 points.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Some worry, Doris, about a log jam up front for the Timberwolves, but it seems to have worked out.
It certainly has, Kevin, and I think part of that is the high skill level of both Karl Anthony Towns and Naz Reid. Both of those guys can play the 4 and the 5 spot. What does that mean? Well, it allows either of them to line up next to Rudy Gobert, provide spacing with their shooting, and stay big. That's a huge advantage.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Oubre against Anderson. Oubre kicks to Kelly. Misses the three. And here's Anderson for three. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Minnesota on top, just dominating this one. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The post tandem will be Towns and Reed. Conley out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Anderson in at the three. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Good on the bucket. Alexander-Walker's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Timberwolves. Exum deciding where to go with it. Down low. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, if you allow Hardaway to get near the rim, this is what's going to happen. This guy is a fantastic finisher.
Here's Conley. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Williams, he's checked in for Curry. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
I like how simple they are just keeping things on offense. I mean, the mid-range area has been made available, and boy, are they taking advantage.
I think it's also important we mention the number of assists this group has tallied. Their offense continues to just hum along right now.
Here's Towns, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his fourth assist in this one. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Outside Williams. And the NBA helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind.
Oubre against Towns. Out to Conley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From 15 feet away. No good off the front iron.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Curry's checked in. Alexander Walker passes to Shannon. Anderson outside. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Exum.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Pass to Oubre. And it's blocked. Morris passes to Anderson. Over Kleba. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net. Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
A nice shot by Anderson.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Dallas.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And looks like the little pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention. You know, Doris, I'm not sure many people take into account what a grind the NBA season is.
I couldn't agree more, Kevin. And listen, these guys have the best of what's available. They stay at top-quality hotels. They have incredible professionals that take care of them. But there is no making up for a lack of sleep when you've played a game at 8 o'clock at night, you leave the arena at 1, and you may arrive in your next city at 4 or 5 a.m. and tip off that night at 7. And this goes on week after week. It is not easy. You see the offensive force that is Kyrie Irving. Sometimes it's his scoring. Right there, it's his passing.
Holmes against Reed. His three-pointers off the mark. Dallas has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And that one's good. Hardy. Hardy's got 5 points in the quarter.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
And the foul called on Grant Williams. That's foul number 2 for him.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Miller's checked in for the Timberwolves. Noel comes in for Morris. Reed the pass to Noel. Pass to Alexander Walker. Drills it from outside.
Yeah, you have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Hardy, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Noel. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Ricky Rubio checked in for Miller. Doris, with Nowitzki and Doncic, the Mavericks have gone from one great European player to another.
And you could tell the 1 year that Luka got to play with Dirk, Kevin, he absolutely loved it. He got to learn from a Hall of Famer and a champion. What better way to start your career?
And here's Anderson for 3. Mavericks with the rebound.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Lets it go from deep. And it goes out of bounds. That one off home. Some changes for Minnesota. Jake Milton comes in for Noel. And Monte Morris subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Morris passes to Reed. Can't hit from in close. Dallas has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Good on the 3-point shot.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here's Reed. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
This has always been an aspect of Naz Reid's game, the ability to spread the floor from 3.
And on the way from Irving for 3, another 3 for Dallas.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Minnesota.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Anthony Edwards.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Crafty move. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
You know, he doesn't shrink the lead as much as he should have. That hurts a bit.
Reed misses. And so Green will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And there it is for him. Here's Morris. "16 seconds left in the game. Here's Hardy. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Mike. Congrats on the win. It looked like you guys stayed with your identity tonight. You think so?
Yeah, we wanted to just play our game, you know, stick to what we do best, get the ball inside, score in the paint, just try to make easy plays. And I think that's what we did, and we're able to just build off of that.
You guys are one of the best teams at staying to what you do. Congrats on the win. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.